Hi, this is Jeff Morris, Director of the Pacific Northwest Economic Region's Energy Horizon Project. Each year, infrastructure owners from across the Pinwar region and policymakers gather to talk about the top issues facing the energy sector across the Northwest. Those issues change, but last year the issue clearly was the fact that policymakers who are lay citizens one day are being asked to decide more and more complex questions that impact our energy future.
We're bombarded with various issues, wide issues, probably nothing more complex than energy and environmental issues, and probably nothing more important right now, particularly with some of the environmental challenges and the economic challenges that we're going through.
So the answer to this was to actually come up with a 101 curriculum that legislators who are committed to energy policy throughout their policymaking career could actually ramp up to speed in a hurry so they knew the right questions to ask and to actually have a foundation of which to make better decisions. You know, really the problem was when infrastructure owners, whether you be a pipeline owner, electrical generation company or a distribution company, or an oil or natural gas drilling company, when you come in and talk to a policymaker, if you spend all your time explaining how your systems work, you never get a chance to talk about what the actual problem is and potential solutions. So it became clear we need to put this curriculum together with the guidance of our policymakers, energy chairs and ministers, and the infrastructure owners. And what we did is we created a 60-hour course that basically had 3 modules. How does it work? What's AC? What's DC? You know, what is 3-phase, single-phase electricity? What's upstream, midstream, and downstream in the oil or gas industry? The second one was how do you build it? How do you finance it? How do you do on-book financing? How do you access market financing for infrastructure? And then the third module was really how do you regulate it? How does government impact the business decision-making process? Those 3 components or modules added up to 60 hours of coursework. It's had an immediate impact on the quality of questions and the decisions being made across the Pacific Northwest in just the first year of this pilot project.
So after participating in the program last year and really some tremendous programs on the electric side, the generation, the transmission, the difficulties of that, understand the integration of wind into your electric system. I now find myself, I don't have all the answers, but I know what the base questions are and I know where I can find answers to the questions.
So we put this initial curriculum together. We approached the University of Idaho that had a world-renowned executive utility course for energy, also the Department of Energy and the National Conference of State Legislators to be the founding institute partners in christening this initial project. We also approached the launch sponsors who we couldn't have done this project without, and these represent infrastructure owners both in the electricity and the fossil fuel area.
And this has been a phenomenal program. It's given us access to such a broad array of information, and as we know on the energy issues, any decisions we make really impact the future of the energy that's available to the citizens in our state and frankly in the Pacific Northwest.
You are the energy policy leaders in your caucuses, in your states, and in your provinces. And from an industry perspective, particularly mine, I think it's really valuable and important for those policymakers to have a basic, fundamental understanding of how energy industries work.
This is what the Energy Horizon Project is all about. Infrastructure owners and policymakers, energy chairs and ministers from across the Pacific Northwest region coming together, identifying a challenge, Pinwar proposing a solution, instituting that solution. In the end, we have a core of legislators from across the Pacific Northwest that know the questions to ask and where to get the answers. We're recruiting right now for the 2011 class. We'd love to have you join us.